I created this graphic novel because Judith's epic captured me as soon as I read it. As different as we are, I sensed that we were very similar. While I have never literally lopped off anyone's head, there are moments in my life that I can point to and say, yes, metaphorically, this is me lopping off the head of that dragon. This is the boon moment. Judith's story, my story, your story, everyone has their moments of triumph over the people or the circumstances that try to defeat them. Judith's story, the hero's journey framework, is the spiritual journey. Here we are, doing our own thing in our ordinary situation, and it occurs to us that we're discontented. Something is wrong, and we feel an urge or a calling to make a change, either in ourselves or for those around us. But we're afraid to say yes at first. Well, we can't just walk out there. But there's usually something stopping us. Someone who doesn't want us to change, doesn't want the situation to change. Right? These are the guardians of the threshold that take us from the comfortable space to the liminal space, where the hard shadow work and the darkness needs to happen. Not to eliminate it necessarily, but to come to terms with it and accept ourselves for who we are, warts and all. In that liminal space, there are dangers and trials, and we meet all kinds of people. Some are helpful, some are not. Then there's that moment of, yes, I did this. I'm living out who I am rather than who I'm supposed to be, or who I should be. It's a victory over the discontent, and now I'm free. I'm free to make choices, to make an escape, to effect some kind of change, whatever the circumstances. Now, it's not always as dramatic as Judith's blood-soaked tale, but internally, I believe our victories over those things or people who would ensnare us are just as significant for us personally. And then we face a new question. How do I go back? Can I return now from this liminal space to go back to that community I left behind? Do I still belong there? What transformation has occurred in me? How am I stronger or more of myself now? The amazing piece of creating the Judith graphics for me personally is that I was at a point of change in my own life. I felt the discontent. I hadn't done anything about it. As I was writing and drawing Judith's story, I was living it out, metaphorically. The day I drew her holding up that head for the village to see it, the same day I left a path I had been on for years. I made an official public declaration of a very significant change in my life. It affected my identity, my work, my future. It was so powerful. My hope for anyone reading Judith, and it's a great story on its own, so I hope people enjoy it, but my greater hope is particularly women will think about these moments in their own lives of claiming that change, that statement of who I am and who I am not. I hope the strength and the power of Judith will encourage a woman to take her life back, to use her voice, to own her feminine power in whatever way that transforms her ability to live her life fully and authentically.